Yeah, I've been running and running to keep it 100, it's all that I wanted. But lately I don't get the stomach. The higher the summit, the harder the plummet. They know me all over this planet. I'm just a man and I can't understand it. Proud that I win and I did it myself. Probably wouldn't if I could the help. Human subliminals all on myself. Feel like I'm breaking, I'm falling to hell. Told me I'm sick and I tell her, oh well. Rather be dead than to know that I failed. Live for the chase, life is a race. I'm out of space, let me get on my face. I got a taste, while the whole place finna get lazy if you step out of place. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is us made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. Been down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. Big down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. Never really know what you wanna go. Why you gotta put her on the foot in front of you? Ripping them toes, carry them close. I was never one to care about my mentos. I was like froze, now my fault. Give me that smoke, but I can't get high. We're the most, here to inspire. You don't wanna smoke, but I can't get tired. Run for your life every night. See in the dark, follow the light. I got the spark, I got the pipes, all of my art coming to life. Had to face my fears, while I chase my peers, and I found my spot. About time that I found myself. I've been out here walking that walk. Like, first off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is us made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight, like. First off, you don't run nothing. All talking, your team bluffing. My squad, we all dream crushing. We ain't rushing, no discussion. All I know is us made for this. Paid for this, yeah, slave for this. Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight, like. Big down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like. Big down and I'ma get it right. Get on sight like.
I don't wanna say anything, cause if I do, I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Can we find what we're missing and compromise? So keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye? If I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I lose you if I didn't. Can we find what we're missing and compromise? So keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can we find a single reason not to say goodbye? Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? I've been walking through the rain, don't know where I'm going. My head's leading me astray, yeah, you follow knowing. Getting deeper in the frame, I see your face, I feel the pain, but you chose the path I follow. I love the way that you hold me when I fall back down. And I love the words from you what's up on me off the ground now. This love's been a long time coming. I'm so fed up of the lies that my heart believed in. But staring deep into your eyes makes it all forgiven. I feel like over will be blown. My fears will grow out of control. Yeah, you still walk the path I follow anyways. And the words from me what's up on me off the ground now. This love's been a long time coming. Breath's off but my heart keeps running. What's up on me off the ground now? This love's been a long time coming. My heart keeps running.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Valhalla Camp live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Thursday night, so I hope you all know what that means. That means we have some lovely Valorant gameplay for you guys tonight. I hope everyone's excited. I know I'm excited. It was good to be back up here on a somewhat regular basis. I know there was it had to take some time away for the off season, but we're back. Should be somewhat regularly. So, without further ado, hopefully you guys haven't missed us too much, but we are probably just minutes away from this game. So let me very quickly introduce you to the teams. We have VHEL and Campbell Smite versus XP League Orange County. So very interesting match here we are going to have, and we do see some changes to this Smite roster. So obviously you guys will see these as we actually get into the game, but making a staple return, of course, we have 4-Slot Toaster, aka Atlee. We have Animal Team, aka Eevee. We have Raptor, aka Colin. We have Penguin, aka Eric. And making his Smite debut for the first time ever, we have Willmark, aka Will. This is a very interesting roster. This is a team that has never been played before. This is a newer team that just joined with the acquisition of XP League by VHEL. So it will be very interesting to see how this team plays and what really we expect to see from a new-ish Smite roster. You know, four out of 5 are the same, but and what kind of action this XP League team can throw at this very good Smite roster. It looks like you're just trying to get some server things figured out before we get into the lobby, though. And this is a team we've watched a lot. Obviously, you guys know. And a team that I really enjoy watching. So I anticipate, of course, there's going to be some rust. Of course, there's always going to be a little bit of rust. It was the holiday season. Let me go back. I hope everyone had a good holiday season. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever it is that you celebrate. And a great new year. Obviously, 2026. Welcome aboard. Here we go. New year, new me. Just kidding. Same me. But potentially some new players and students here at VHEL. And so we are very close to getting things underway. And I know I'm very excited to see how this match is going to unfold. Things are hopefully going to be intense. Hopefully are going to heat up. But of course, we will have to save those predictions for game time. But with that being said, of course, you guys like to know, or you guys know, I like to do a little impact player prediction. And now I don't know all of them, but I know some of these players have been playing the game a lot, you know, over the break and everything. And my prediction, impact player of the night, I think is going to be Atlee. You know, he's someone that me personally, I've seen that he's been playing the game a lot. You know, I think with the loss of Evan, as he is no longer here at VHEL, he is officially aged out, will be a very interesting role for Atlee and also Eevee to really step into here as they kind of losing that IGL. And now one of them is really going to have to step into that role and be that rock for this team. I have a feeling Atlee's going to be the one tonight. Obviously, we'll see how things continue to go. But this game is mere seconds away. And Nitro also, let me just shout out real quick. Nitro is playing tonight as well. They are playing an affinity team, so their match, very tough. We're going to give them all of the good vibes, all of the good juju from up here in the booth. Hopefully, they can turn out a crazy upset, but those affinity teams, man, they are tough opponents. So we will watch the game that we have up here and maybe get some updates on the Nitro game as things pop up. But just a mere few seconds away, hopefully, from getting this game started. I think just waiting for their coach maybe to reconnect or having some technical difficulties. But we are very close. I know Coach Jacob finishing up some last-minute strategy talks, trying to get his team prepared, especially, again, with the addition of Will. And it looks like the R's get extended. And just any second now, we will be ready to go. And it looks like we, in fact, are. So as soon as we get loaded in here, ladies and gentlemen, on Breeze, let's watch some Valorant. Alright, we're currently hovering agent picks here. Looks like we have Colin on the Jet. That's an interesting pick for him. We don't see him play Duelist very often. Typically, Colin holds down the smokes. It looks like we have Evie on the Gecko returning. She used to main Gecko a long time ago, has kind of switched off him a little bit, but on Breeze wants to go back to what she knows. Atlee here on the Reyna. Pretty standard for Atlee. Doesn't surprise me with that pick. Will actually covering the smokes, going Clove. That's a pick that surprised me a little bit, because we've seen the Will on Nitro. Used to play Initiator and Duelist, so really interesting to see him go smokes here. And of course, we see Eric coming in is the Senti, or playing Chamber, so pretty standard there for Eric. We're going to see a lot of util usage from him. He's a player that definitely likes to use that util as much as possible, so it looks like some things are just getting sorted out here. They don't want to quite lock in just yet, in case there's going to be any last-second changes. But I anticipate that this is the team, the lineup that we're going to see. And obviously, once we get to see XP leagues, we will announce that as well. And it looks like XP League is going to be playing Astra, Jet, Fade, Clove, and Cypher. So, actually quite a different comp here. We're seeing the 2 Initiator comp instead of the 2 Duelist comp. So, it'll be interesting to see the differences here as we keep an eye on the game. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a new gun. Luckily, we get to see it right now. It is the Bandit pistol. It is a very good pistol. And this map, Breeze, has had quite a few changes. So, keep your eye out. This map, if you know Valorant, might look a little different. And that's because it is. And we will have to see how Okay, and we are back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we had a little crash go on in game there. So we missed Smite winning round 1. Again, greatly apologize for that. But we are back round 2. And it looks like Smite handling this XP League Orange County roster so far as they pick up the win and make it 2-0.
I'm too far. One step closer.
And this is a new and improved Smite. As it looks like even without their captain, even without Evan, this team is going to be a dominant force. And that really just shows how much all of these players have grown, not only individually, but collectively together as a unit.
Reloading.
And Collins actually threw onto sight as we see him pick up one. He's going to swing out. Does get blinded a little bit because of the Astra smoke. He's going to find that Vandal. He's going to find another one through the jet smoke. Eric going to find one as well. A couple trades come through, though. Putting some pressure back on the Smite roster. But Spike is down. And we're seeing a lot of ADSing. Evie trying to get the kill on the Cypher. Can't pick it up, though. And now Collins got a lot of work to do. He finds one. Can he find the second to find his 4K of the round? And he does. Clutch. Raptor.
So heavy.
Yeah, does not miss.
Colin decides to put the team on his back. Secure round 3. As Colin already has his jet ult.
You can't catch us. There.
And it looks like now we're going to see this team swap and go to be maybe a little bit of a communication issue as Eric is falling behind a little bit, but does a pretty solid job of making his way back to this Smite roster. And now we are seeing B-Site completely clear. What a prediction from Smite, predicting that the XPL team was going to stack A, and they were correct. And Evie finds a quick 2K to start the round. Athlete finds one as well. Athlete finds another. Evie's going to fall, though.
Drop in a smoke. Cutting their vision.
And Will making a Smite debut. He's going to find the final kill of round 4 to secure it for his team.
Can someone buy me, please?
And wow, this Smite looks strong, looks dominant, looks like a force to be reckoned with. This is the Smite that we're so used to seeing. And with this shorter winter season, obviously it only being 4 weeks here, every win counts. And a quick domination, potentially, of a team like this can really catapult you in the standings.
Right there.
And it looks like here they decided to stack A, but gonna rotate away as Eric tries to go through mid, but he's gonna fall, and Atlee's gonna pick up the trade for him, though. And Colin is able to secure another kill through mid, and now B-Site is gonna get taken control of by Smite, even though Will falls. Actually, Colin falls as well. Spike just gets down. Just Evie and Atlee left, and they have to cover opposite angles. Here's Atlee, finds one with the rain ult. Oh, almost gets shot from an off angle there. Is able to get away from it, though. Evie gets killed from the side. Atlee able to pick it up, though. Atlee just has to buy a little bit more time, and it looks like he's doing it perfectly. As even though he falls, I don't think Clove has enough time to defuse. No, she doesn't. And Smite take the round, and 5-0 they go.
Where to go?
And it looks like we're actually having a little bit of a disconnect. Unlucky. That is exactly what we dealt with up here. So hopefully Atlee can quickly get his setup turned back around and get things going here. And I don't know how much time that they are going to actually have here. Hopefully, Atlee set up his boot and quickly. And obviously, we do not have updates on where Atlee's computer is at. Hopefully, it's not far behind. Maybe he'll just miss a round with the use of that timeout, but he's got 10 seconds before the game starts for the round. And it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get back in. So Smite, down a man for this round, are going to have to deal. As we see the jet ult there from Colin. As they're trying to hold an angle mid. And Eric is going to find the first kill, but he's going to instantly die right back. So they're just going to continue to hold mid here. But Evie starting to creep over to B site. She's going to try and hover mid as well. Again, even though numbers look like they're even, Smite is actually down a man because of Atlee's disconnect. And we're going to see some util get dumped on the B side here. And it looks like Spike is going to go down as Evie's head almost gets popped off as she jumps to throw her grenade. But Evie's going to find the first kill. We're going to see Colin updraft in. Doesn't see anybody quite yet. And can't pick up the kill with the ult. So now all he's got is the sheriff. Really good aim there from Colin. Such calm gameplay as he finds two. Can he find Astra? No. Will just needs to buy time here. But Will's going to fall as well. Is there enough time? We don't know. No, there is not. As Smite secure the round and make it 6-0 even without Atlee. And it looks like Atlee maybe still having some issues. Can't get back in quite yet. And it looks like Smite is going to have to play another round with a man down as Eric misses a crucial shot there on the jet. That could have been a good way to gain some momentum. But actually, it looks like Atlee's back in the middle of this round. All he's got is the classic. But let's see what he can do.
Destroyed.
As Eric finds the second shot on the jet and sees the clove but can't pick up the kill. And now the rest of Smite is going to take control of A site. As Spike has gone down. And Will's going to fall. Colin's going to fall as well. Evie's going to fall. Luckily, Atlee's able to pick up a gun and finds two. Can he find more? who is just able to get out. As Eric finds a second snipe. Can't find the final kill on Clove though, but they know where she's at. And Atlee picks up the 3K on his round back to secure Smite with the 7-0.
They will not hesitate.
As we see Colin and Atlee both leading the scoreboard
Thank you.
with the respective 10 kills each. Atlee was disconnected for a full round and still on 10 kills. What an impact he is making for this Smite roster so far. Colin also playing a phenomenal game. It looks like here they're just going to sit in the Astra smoke, and Eric actually finds a kill but dies quickly after, and the trade gets picked up, and Evie finds a quick 2K, and now it's a 4v1.
Feeling sight.
Ooh, good shots there from the fade.
Feeling sight.
And Colin is going to secure the kill. And Smite move to 8-0. It looks like here we're going to have a little bit of a split push. Breeze is a great map for that. But Spike is going to go B here. And they can't pick up the Cypher kill. As Eric is going to fall, Will's going to fall, Colin's going to fall. And now it's a 2v5. And Evie secures one though. And both of them secure one more each. Although Atlee falls, Evie's in a 2v1, and it's about to be a 1v1 because that Clove ult is going to expire here any second. And she is able to get Spike down. Let's see. If Evie can clutch this out for her team. We heard the fade dog. And it looks like Evie's going to ult here. Great use of the ult to get a lot of intel. And she is able to get the fade with the ult. And caught without a gun. Evie finds the 4K. Secures the round. And makes Smite up 9-0. And when you talk about leadership and coolness, that is the definition of both of those things. As Atlee and Evie have absolutely proved that even without Evan, they can do this. And ladies and gentlemen, XPL-OC needs a timeout. And Smite has just been handling everything XPL-OC can throw at them. And even though this is a timeout for OC, Smite gonna use this to their advantage here. Coach Jacob gonna give them some words of wisdom. Obviously, what they're doing is working, but need to make sure that they continue to play well, and they're going to try to close this game out. I would anticipate at this point, Smite's looking for a 13-0 as Eric opens the score sheet for this round as he finds the first kill. Although a little trade we see is Eevee falls, but Ali able to respond. We're going to see the fade ult come out here. But it doesn't matter as we see another trade come through. And Will finds this securing kill of the round to give his team the 10-0 lead. And even though this is Will's first game on Smite, you have to think that, of course, there's some pressure that he's facing, but still holding his own in a game like this. And you have to shout out everybody else, the regulars on the Smite roster who are just absolutely playing their minds off. Eevee, Eric, Colin, and Atlee doing a phenomenal job. As what a shot there from Atlee. Spike is already down, but it looks like Eric is gonna die. And Eevee was able to find two there. Wasn't able to pick up either of the kills. Colin gonna find one with the op though in response, making it a 3v3. Never mind, 3v2. Smite in lead, 3v1. Can Eevee find the final kill? Looks like she's gonna ask for some assistance from Colin with the op. And that's exactly what happens as Smite take the round 11-0. And they start this season off with a bang by going 13-0 in game one.
Come on, little homies. Let's get it.
Oh, good shots there from Eric as he's able to pick one up with the op. And it looks like Spike gonna try to go B site. No. It's like maybe Eevee's gonna back up and decide to go A instead, as they were able to pick up the op kill on site. And what a good blind there from Eevee. And unfortunately ends in a trade, but huge kills there. Smite still up number wise as the spike gets planted. And Eevee's able to find two, and Eric finds the final to make it 12-0. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at the halfway point of the game, but Smite on match point. Can they take this pistol round on their first round of defense and close the game out? We are seeing a 2-1-2 split here, as Eric able to get out of there with 6 health left, and Atlee's actually going to find the first kill of the round.
There.
Enemy spotted. Med.
And Will able to find one there, able to combine with Atlee as Eric does fall. Will gonna fall as well. With C. Colin with the new pistol. Let's see how effective it can be in this style of game. As line them up and they knocked them down. Colin and Atlee combined to find the final 3 kills in a matter of milliseconds within each other. And Smite start the season off perfectly by going 13-0. And what a game. What a game that Smite just played. They wanted to make sure that they took care of business. Huge shout out to everybody on the Smite roster as they all played phenomenally. And of course, a huge shout out to XPL-OC, who also just joined the league. They're trying to figure some things out. Also played a very fair match. And those guys absolutely have some development to do, but I anticipate we'll be back. And now, let's get some post-game interviews up here in the booth. Oh, excuse me. And let's see who we can get. As it looks like Evie is going to be the first person to join me up here, maybe. Yes, she is the first person to join me up here. Evie, welcome into the booth, and how are you feeling after that game?
Pretty good. I think it's a great way to start off the new season and the new year. I think it's great.
Absolutely. I want to talk a little bit about the loss of Evan and, kind of he's not dead, y'all, don't worry. Just
He's not dead.
The hole that left in this roster. But it seemed like tonight, the combination of you and Atlee really were able to step in and kind of fill that role. So can you talk to me a little bit about what that loss has looked like and what you guys have done to fill that hole?
Obviously, we all miss Evan, and it was hard thinking about playing a team without him because he's been such a big part in our teams. Everybody knows who he is, like Thunder. Like we all know, we all know he's carried us multiple times before. So it's kind of having that feeling of having to step up, and he makes a lot of our plans and stuff, and some of our plays because he's played the game for so long. So kind of thinking like, someone's got to step up and then talk, and I think we did good tonight. I mean, like for first night, it wasn't that bad, but.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, I'm sure there was some rust. I'm sure you didn't play a bunch over the holiday season. Try to take some time off, enjoy the game.
Right.
But I think you guys played very well. And now we saw Will make his debut tonight.
First time at Smite, I think.
Yeah, no, I think so. So, what was it like playing with Will? And is that a spot that's still up in the air, or is it how is the development of that going?
From tonight, actually went pretty well. He was very willing to do whatever we needed, which was very helpful. And he was just we're just trying to get a feel of what he plays. He kind of plays whatever we need him to. He's very good at filling, from what I've been told. And I think tonight he played well, and I think, the comms are maybe a little bit low, but we're all gonna have to work on that in the new season.
Absolutely. And now with this season being a shorter season, you guys starting off perfectly. Is this, hopefully a result that we're going to get used to? Is this a look into the future, or is this just a one time you guys came back and we're ready to go?
I'm really hoping it's something that we can keep going forwards. Everything felt really smooth. Comms, I felt like we're smooth. There wasn't anything crazy. Like everything was chill. And our 4v5 round really showed that we can step up if something goes wrong. So I think I'm praying that this is what we needed and that we come in and this season will go just like how tonight went.
Absolutely. Well, Evie, congratulations on a 13-0. Obviously, great games all around. Of course, I know you'll be back up here in the future. So, of course, we'll be back. I'll see you back up here. Congratulations on a win tonight. And, of course, we're going to keep rooting for you. So, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's see who we can get next. It looks like it's going to be Eric who makes his way into the booth. Eric, welcome into the booth, and how are you feeling after that match tonight?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. 13-0. after a little bit of a break. What does it mean for you to know you guys took a little bit of a break, had the holiday season and everything, and to come back and really just be able to dominate a team like you did tonight?
It's very good to know that we still work really well together and are able to show that we can perform at a pretty well level.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, obviously, Evan Thunda no longer with this roster. Will stepping in, kind of filling in that role, at least the body-wise, of that player tonight. How did you feel about Will? Did he fill in well? Do you think that there's some things that you guys are gonna have to continue to develop as a team to kind of fill that gap? What's the thought process look like from you there?
I was really excited when Will came because since he plays almost every agent, I think there's a very few he doesn't. It allowed for us to run some really cool new things. We could run some really cool like Astra, Yoru stuff on Pearl, do some pretty cool stuff with no noise teleports and stuff.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, congratulations on a massive win tonight. As a Smite regular, what does a win like this mean, not only to you, but also to the whole team?
Setting the pace for the season.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like in any game, you win those first few rounds, you're feeling good, you just sort of continue with that.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, Eric, of course, we'll be up here rooting for you. Hopefully, we'll get to see more results like the one tonight for this short season. Congratulations on that win, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. Will we get one more? I think we will. It looks like it's going to be the man, the myth, the legend, the disconnect, but returned GOAT, Atlee. Welcome into the booth, and how are you feeling after that match?
Really good. I think it went very well.
Absolutely. So, of course, we got to ask about it. The crash. Moment of the crash. I'm sure you're panicked. I'm sure everything's going through your head. You come back the next round with a classic and end up picking up a Vandal and clutching around for your team. So, what does that meant? What is something like that, battling all types of adversity within seconds, realistically, mean for you as a player?
It was pretty cool, coming back. I didn't even know I had the Vandal, and one of my teammates pointed out to me, and yeah, I just ended up playing out the round and winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And Atlee, I've asked everybody, I ask you as well, we've talked about the absence of Evan and what that was kind of going to look like for this team and how that role was going to get filled. And believe it or not, my prediction was that it was going to be a duo-ship of you and Evie really stepping in and filling that role. And tonight, you leading the team KD-wise. Can you talk to me a little bit about what you're going to continue to do to get better at the game, to kind of fill that role a little more?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard when you lose a player. Like, we've been playing with Evan for a while, so it's a big change, but always do my best to play with the team and communicate and definitely work on those things. So
absolutely. And finally, Atlee, we saw a 13-0 domination tonight. Realistically, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Is that setting the tone for the rest of the season? Is it just a one-time fluke? Is the old dominant Smite back? What's the insight? What can you give me about that?
I mean, I'm hoping it's not a fluke. That would be great.
Well, Atlee, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on a good win tonight. And I know we'll see you back in the booth in the near future. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. And now, last but most certainly not least, good old Coach Jacob is going to make his way into the booth. Coach Jacob has got to be feeling good about tonight's victory. Welcome, Coach Jacob. And how are you feeling about tonight's victory?
I'm feeling great, to be honest. It was a bit unsure going in this week just because of the new patch and everything like that. They're making us fight right away. So with the addition of obviously the breezy work and the bandit into the game, some agent changes too, but nothing too crazy. It's definitely going to be a wacky week no matter what, but it turned out great for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to talk about the choice to play breeze. Obviously, like you said, we saw the breeze we work. We saw I would argue some big changes to that map in general. So, to decide to go with that and really kind of challenge this team, what was the thought process there? What kind of went into that decision?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, on my drive here, I was wondering about what maps to ban. And I was like, there's no way Breeze is going to make it through to us playing it because every team's going to ban it instantly. People hated it before it got reworked. It's new. They're just going to ban it again. But I got here and I talked with the rest of the team and I was like, on the off chance that we do play Breeze, would you guys want to play it? And they all agreed. Some of them were excited. Some of them were like, yeah, sure, I will play it. And it made it through the pool somehow, and we were like, okay, sure, we'll try it. Even the playing field, new map.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously you guys handled it very well. 13-0 is definitely nothing to fret about. Now, Will making his debut on the Smite roster here. Now, we've heard some feedback from some of the players that were up here, and it seems like they're digging him. Obviously, Will, a little bit of a wild card. He can play a lot of different things. From the coaching perspective, is Will going to be the regular? Why Will was the choice? What are you expecting and going to continue to develop with Will to make sure he can fit into this roster?
Yeah. So the past couple weeks, actually, we were considering them free days, like some inter-team scrims, 4v4, stuff
Absolutely.
like that. But in my head, I was watching out for players who were going to replace Evan, obviously. So Will stuck out to me as a person who could obviously play a bunch of different roles. I'm similar in that aspect, so I kind of value that type of player. And also, he showed some good knowledge of IGLing as well, calling out some stuff during some of the scrims we had in the past couple weeks. So that type of stuff was really something that we were missing with Evan being gone. Was somebody who could really call for the team and be more of an anchor in their mindset, level-headed. So if things get heated or anything like that, they're able to bring it back down to a level point.
Absolutely.
So yeah, working with him in the next couple weeks is going to be good. I want to get him more. He's sick this week, so he's not as vocal, but getting him more vocal.
Yep.
So yeah.
And finally here, I want to talk about now the winter season, a shorter season, but also spring season being a normal season. And you guys are in a very good place to qualify for the LAN in Florida. What are you doing? And I know it seems like super far away at this point, but what are you doing at this point, week in and week out, to make sure that you are securing results, doing the best that the team can do to make sure that, at the end of the day, you want to go to Florida? So.
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that I noticed actually coming in last season for the playoffs in the fall was the communication amongst the team. I think some of the players are good with it, some are less vocal, some kind of, when we start losing, they go off and do their own thing. So one of the first things I wanted to do with this team was kind of break it down to a fundamental level, get them talking to each other, get them all on the same page with each other. So a lot of these recent matches, it's been not a lot of alerts, a lot of like death ball, I like to call it, comps. So that we saw that in our comp today is very aggressive.
Yep.
So kind of working at that baseline, because they all are obviously talented players already. They already bring stuff to the table. So I think if we can get them all working together as a team more, it's going to do great things for us. Obviously it did today. So.
Absolutely. Well, Jacob, thank you so much for your time up here. Congratulations on a massive win. Obviously, I know last season didn't end the exact way we wanted it to, but this season, it's a new season, it's a new day, it's a new year. Oh my gosh, it's a new year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Exactly. And I have a good high hopes for you and for this team that you guys will do great things. So thank you so much for your time up here.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here at VHEL and Camp Hill. Nitro is still in their game. They're still grinding away. So hopefully they can clutch it out. But we are going to step away. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here, supporting us. A lot of big things on the way. A lot of big things continue to develop. So keep your eyes out for all of the news and all of the fun stuff that we are constantly cooking up here. From myself, Coach Christian, and everybody here at VHEL and Camp Hill. Thank you guys so much, and good night, everybody.